Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. I'm on a mission to get it all. Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. If you ain't thick, please don't get involved.
And now, Brandon Thick Boy Schaub.
Good to go, Chin. Welcome, kids. It is Monday morning, January 30th. February coming in hot. How fast this month go by? Pretty fast, kiddos. Pretty freaking fast. It is a cold, rainy day here in Los Angeles, California. Thank you for tuning in. How are my fish doing? Good. I'm glad you asked. We got another flower horn. I can't stop buying flower horns. It's a real problem because you're not supposed to mix them because they kill each other. But I have seen quite a few YouTube videos of people mixing flower horns with other fish, which I've done that successfully. The biggest thing is they're juvenile. So there's two juvenile flower horns and one big ass flower horn, the biggest flower horn you've ever seen. Because they're juveniles right now, it works. But once they grow up, you're going to have to get different tanks, Jen. You know this, dude. Yep. You know all this stuff, man. Coming fresh off, not much going on in the fight world as far as fights this past weekend. But you get some NFL playoffs, and the Chiefs and the referees versus the Cincinnati Bengals was a fun game. So that was cool. And then you had the Philadelphia Eagles versus the fourth-string San Francisco 49ers. That game sucked. I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm from Denver, so I'm a Broncos fan. We're terrible, so I'm not one to talk here. Broncos fan, Chargers, Rams fan, because I'm here in Los Angeles now. I've been here for a hot second. So my team was the Niners going into this, but without their starting quarterback, all the quarterbacks got hurt. They were about to have freaking Christian McCaffrey play quarterback. He was their fifth-string quarterback. They're on their fourth string. Josh Johnson's their fourth-string quarterback. Nick Bosa got hurt early, that dime piece who I love. I want to drink his sock juice. It's just, Philly's damn good. They're good. They're good. I'm excited to see what happens in the Super Bowl. It's going for Cincinnati. I always go for the dogs, but what can you do? Super Bowl will be good either way, man. Super Bowl will be, and when is the Super Bowl? Was it February? Oh, the day after the fight campaign on the 11th. We're doing a original OG fight campaign with Joe Rogan February 11th with the original crew, Brian Callen, Eddie Bravo, Rogan, and myself. That's on Rogan's platform, not mine. So make sure you tune into that the day before the Super Bowl. So get you some. And we're doing a very special food truck out there as well. In case you're flying down to Austin next week to get some work done. So I'll announce who the guest is once we get closer. But outside NFL football, a lot of fight news. Not too many fights. You got a lot of fight news. Conor in the news. Dana in the news. You had some big fight announcements. What do you got for me, Chin? Fights this weekend. Bellator has the most well-known matchup going on between Ryan Bader and Fedor. That Johnny Eblen, top 5 middleweight, regardless of organization. He's a straight savage, fighting a tough Russian character. Now, this dude is from Fedor's team, so he's gonna be a handful. And you look at his record, Chen. What is he? 31 and 2.
Okay, 17-1 knockouts.
31-2, dude.
Wow,
kid's a problem. He's been around for a hot second though. Ryzen, Bellator, M1. He's done it all. ACB, a lot of M1, a lot of just Russian shit. Yes, pancreation. Been fighting for a hot second. It's gonna be a tough night for him either way though. But still, you got Neiman Gracie fighting Lorenz Larkin, Henry Corrales. Definitely a better card than the UFC. Bellator is beating the UFC this weekend. Their prelim says YouTube or Pluto TV. Pluto's tough, right?
I don't know. I never used it.
Yeah, that's why it's tough. You never heard of it, right? I'm on the road, so sometimes when you get Airbnbs that have Pluto, you're like, I guess I'll watch Fair Factor or Wildin' Out. It's like just random shit on there. Yeah, Pluto's tough. Bellator. I'm surprised the prelims I'm surprised the prelims aren't on Showtime. They're still a Showtime entity. CBS Paramount Plus. I'll watch that one. That's on Saturday or Friday?
It says February 4th, so it should be Saturday.
Saturday? So I'll be watching in the green room from Springfield, Missouri, right outside the Ozarks. Right outside, an hour away. Apparently, in Springfield, Missouri. They're the home of the biggest Bass Pro shop, like the original one. It's the biggest you've ever seen. They also have the biggest.
I heard of the biggest one, yeah. I didn't know it was there.
Apparently, that's it.
Dude, you're going to love their fish tanks. Have you seen them?
No.
They're incredible.
Apparently, they have the biggest like aquarium there.
Yeah. Oh, my God. They're incredible.
How much fish stuff do you need, though? Like, you know what I'm saying? For that big of a store, they sell like RVs and shit in there and like tanks.
And your kids will love them if your kids ever showed up there. But they're incredible.
I mean, how much
That's a
money does
sturgeon?
Bass Pro Shop have? Oh my God.
Sturgeon is like the biggest freshwater fish.
I remember growing up in Denver, Colorado, my dad used to take us to shout out to Gart Sporting Goods. They got bought out by, I don't know, Dick's, I think. Way to go, Dick. Come on, Gart. Keep the fight, dude. But Gart Sporting Goods, and people were allowed to fish inside there. They're literally like that thing, and then they just fish in there. Try the shit out on the spot. Yeah, there it is.
Springfield, Missouri.
Look at that grouper, dog. 14, you probably didn't know. What? Yeah, there it is. The Wonders of Wildlife Bass Pro Shops. I mean, Bass Pro Shops, they're crushing it. That's it?
I don't know. No, that's a museum. I'm not sure if it's the same place. But this is dope, too.
That's nuts, dude.
Yeah. It goes over and around.
Nuts. If you had that in your house, it'd be sick.
Well, it's in Springfield, so check it out.
Oh, and people have been tagging us, telling us to go to that aquarium.
That is so
Those
dope.
aquariums, different level. The filtration system, I can't even, I don't know. I don't know how you do it. I'm struggling with my 3 tanks. It's a beast.
Yeah, I think people go in there like divers and then clean stuff too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Deuce Bigelow style. Yeah, go in there and freaking. Damn. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I am excited for that. But the point is, I'll be watching Bellator on Saturday night. I'll have the UFC one. I'll have on. You got Derek Lewis, Spivac, the biggest Korean in the UFC,
Daeun
Jung, Devin Clark. Daeun Jung just got starched by my boy Jacoby, but good for him jumping back in there. You got Tibera, Ivanov, both thick heavyweights, like very squarish heavyweights. And then you got your boy, the
Korean Superboy. His return.
This card's first team All-Korean, dude.
Yep.
Because originally it was supposed to be, if you remember, it was supposed to be the Korean Zombies card in Korea, right? Mm-hmm. And the Korean Zombie got hurt because shoulder still.
Yep. And they changed everything around.
Yeah, there's a reason why there's so many. Everyone's like, why so many Koreans on this random card in the UFC Apex? Because remember, it's supposed to be a heavy Korean card because it's going to take place in Korea.
Yeah.
Now imagine you're a Korean fighter and you're planning on fighting in your backyard and they go, real quick, change the plans. You got to fly to Vegas. So there's a lot of Korean names on there. Park Jong-young, Kim Jong-in, Choi Sing-yuk, Japanese guy Kasama, Lee Jong-un, and there's just a bunch of different names on there.
Not bad.
Jesus Santos Aguilar. Boy, I'm getting better, aren't I?
Yeah.
Tough. Years in the paint.
Reputation.
Years. Remember I went to Australia and I thought everyone was Chinese?
Yeah, but you learned
so offended.
You learned super fast that okay, this is Chinese.
Well, once you pointed
Korean.
out, I felt stupid. You know, I'm just not cultured like that. I didn't know.
But you figured out
once you pointed out, I'm like, oh shit! Now it's too easy to tell.
Yeah, it was kind of cool to be like, Chinese, right? Korean, right?
Yeah,
Japanese,
that's cool.
Like, dude.
And the difference, like, yeah, dude, it's like. But yeah, so I'll be having the Bellator card on probably, and then tuning into the UFC fights. But there's been a lot of news, a lot of headlines in this crazy Real Housewives of MMA show that we're in. So let's see what we got, Jen.
First one, it's pretty, like probably the biggest one is like allegations against Conor McGregor. The story, I saw different articles about him attacking a woman on his boat in Ibiza in July. I think it was for his birthday celebration.
It was like a boat party?
Sorry, not boat, yacht.
Yeah,
yacht party,
difference.
Yeah. And then apparently he knew this woman through the neighborhood and then invited her onto the boat. And everything was fine. The next morning, she claims that he kicked her in the stomach, punched her in the face or in the chin, and then told her he's going to drown her. And then she got so scared that she jumped off the yacht.
So it's her only kind of saving grace was to either deal with Conor or jump into the ocean.
Which sounds insane, but yeah.
That's how scared she was.
Yeah, and then she was rescued.
According to this You know,
Her allegations.
I wait till I hear everything. Who knows? These are allegations. Who knows? The problem with all this is there's a common theme with Conor, right? It's like, remember when he beat up like that DJ's girl? Remember the DJ?
The DJ.
Like he's cool with everyone, and then like midnight strikes, and he turns into this Dublin werewolf. Like as soon as 12:01, dude, party's over, and he freaks out. Like he has this Jekyll and Hyde kind of personality. I don't know what's going on there. If that's drugs, if that's CT,
Or
I don't
she's
know.
lying or not lying. I don't know. She also said that, or she also mentioned that she didn't identify Conor in the beginning, but later on she did identify. She said it was someone in his party, but then later on she said it was Conor, and then the case was closed and it got reopened again because of the new investigation. So who knows what's going to go on?
Let's see. McGregor suddenly got aggressive with his former neighborhood friend after partying all night. As the sun came up, I'm telling you, dude, you don't want to be around Conor McGregor when the sun comes up, dude. This is science. All of his behavior changed, and once the sun came up, and he became out of that, and he became very aggressive. He insulted her parents, and then kicked her in the stomach, like a teep kick, or are we talking about like a straight up shin to gut? Punched her on her chin. After she fell, he jumped on her and reportedly declared, "I'm going to drown you. Who do you think you are?" Did she do anything?
It doesn't say what she
The
did.
woman was so scared she jumped off the yacht into the water to escape. How far out were they, dude? Where she was rescued shortly by the Red Cross boat. Initially, she identified McGregor as her attacker to her rescuers, but later told Guardia Civil agents it wasn't him and that she just wanted to go home. Oh, interesting. That led to the Guardia paused the investigation. It has since been reopened after the victim filed a report against Conor in Ireland. Now, did you hear what happened to her car?
Yeah, it burned.
It set on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting old, isn't it, with Conor? It's like, come on, dude, get your shit together. You guys know me, I'm a big Conor dick rider, but enough is enough. And the UFC just, like the Matrix, just dodging shit. They're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, whoa, tough, Conor. Whoa, Ferguson. Dana slaps his wife. Fight slap league. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like they're the bad boys of professional sports, man. And what's great, it just shows you how powerful the UFC is. Not one single advertiser sponsor in the UFC has come out and said anything or dropped out.
That's yeah.
Gangster.
Yeah, super gangster.
That's how powerful the UFC is. Or just these people that are involved in these companies like, yeah, it's the UFC. Yeah. Yeah, it's human cockfighting. We know what we signed up for. It's like, whoa. This is, in today's world, that is dicey.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't seem like anything comes from this stuff. Conor just keeps getting by.
I mean, well, he's denying it, obviously. So who knows what the actual story is?
Yeah, it's tough because he's so famous and he's so big. He's like crossed over into this straight up celebrity, like Justin Bieber shit. Of course, people are gonna come after you and your money and try and settle.
Yeah.
So who knows? I don't know. I need more information. All I know is I'm sick of this stuff. Yeah. Conor has a lot on his plate right now, man. So if he's going to do tough against Tony Ferguson, if he's going to do, he has a movie coming out. I think it's on Amazon Prime, the Roadhouse movie. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like he's obviously a busy cat, man. So he's doing all this stuff. I don't know how many fights he has left. Who knows where his leg's at? He does the Ultimate Fighter. Here's a question for the gentleman in the room. Would you tune in to watch Conor versus Tony Ferguson on Ultimate Fighter? Would that be the thing that brings you back?
I'll probably watch at least the first episode because I'm just, it's exciting to see Conor McGregor.
You'd watch everyone. Yeah. I mean, I'd watch it. Yeah, I'd watch it.
I mean, if this first episode sucked, I'd probably drop off, but who knows? I know. They'll
Here's
probably
the
make
thing,
it like
it's Conor and
badass.
Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson's batshit too.
Yeah.
So it's like you basically book two jokers to run the Ultimate Fighter, try and revamp this thing. It needs life.
Yeah.
They got those clear king, and that's what they're trying to do with Tony and Conor here. I think it would do well. It's still on ESPN Plus, so the hardcores are definitely gonna find it. The casuals definitely won't. It'll do by far the best tough ratings they've ever had on ESPN. Mm-hmm. But if it's not gonna go back to heyday. They need to put that on regular ESPN, but they never would. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do. Mm-hmm. And if you're a Conor fan, it's the perfect fight for him. This is one of those fights that you can see him winning. It's not like he's signing up to fight a Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, or Makhachev. This is a fight. It's a winnable fight. He should be slightly favored in it. You just don't know what version of Conor you're going to get. Now, before his injury against Poirier, he didn't look terrible. And I would assume Conor has enough respect for himself. He's not going to sign up for a fight if he's not ready to go, So if you're a Conor fan, this is the right choice. Now, if he beats Tony, which he'll be favored to do, it's off to the races. I think you can get 2 fights out of Conor left in his entire career, outside whatever gimmicks he does in boxing or whatever. But in the UFC, you're going to get Conor versus Tony Ferguson. Then you get Conor versus Makhachev. Then he's going to, that Makhachev fight's going to be tough. And then he'll probably ride off in the sunset. Or do boxing, that Nate Diaz trilogy's always there, or, something like the Jake Paul stuff is there. But as far as UFC high-level shit goes, it's going to be, you got 2 fights left in Conor. The slickest suits and shouts the show had ever seen before, on top of silverware, and I coached my team to victory. Crazy some journey. I've just been offered to coach this role again. I like it. It's the full immersion which is needed. I see fighters line up. I know what's ahead. I've been ready. Mother truckers. # stay ready. That's from Conor.
Mm-hmm. So he's actually like saying he would potentially do it.
Oh, here's the thing too. It buys Conor time, right, with USADA testing and all that. So he doesn't. People are like, "Where's the fight? Where's the fight?" They don't have to do this weird loophole where they have to give him an exemption.
Yeah.
So this buys time. We know at the end of this show he's gonna fight. It's the perfect case scenario for the UFC. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And Tony Ferguson, it couldn't be a bigger goose egg for him. I mean, the Tony Ferguson business, it's tough lately. This is a big opportunity for him. And this ain't an easy fight for Conor. Like, Tony didn't look terrible against Diaz.
And Chandler. I mean, when we fought Chandler, he was actually doing well in the beginning.
So I'm with it. Conor needs a win.
Yes, he does.
Bad.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, Conor got hit by a car. Scraped up his ass.
There's his ass right here.
The boy in shape, though.
I was reading like the top comments. I think Rowdy
Are they funny or no?
It looks like she's, thirsting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's bodied
Rowdy
up.
Beck.
The guy just like a small path. The guy probably wasn't paying attention. Got a bang of a car just from behind. A sun trap. The driver couldn't see me. Oh, full speed straight through me. Thank you, God. It wasn't my time. Thank you, wrestling and judo also. Having awareness and landing saved my life.
Yeah. And he was pretty nice to the guy that hit him.
I know. I saw his. He's like, "What's up, man? Oh, it's okay. It's okay."
Yeah. He asked him, like, "What's your name?" Puts him on camera.
The guy's like, The guy's like, "I don't want to be the guy that fucking hit Conor McGregor."
But that's cool. And then he drove him back to his place.
Well, that guy's house was set on fire today. Just kidding.
Yeah. This is a video, but it's like...
He's on a road bike. Let me see Conor's bike there.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if he focuses in on it.
He's on like a straight... Conor, you got too much money to be riding that bike, dog.
Orbea?
I got a better bike than that. Get a real road bike, man. Was he going to the store for milk? He's not like doing road work on that thing.
It's so hard to understand what Conor says a lot of times too, though.
Yeah, I enjoy it, though.
Jesus Christ.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
My life there, boys, yeah?
You want to...
No, I don't give a bollocks, mate. All good, all good. Safe travels, God bless, brother, yeah?
Sorry.
All good, all good.
You guys all sorry.
Bring the bike home and all that.
Do you know what, yeah? Grab it and throw it into this. I'm going to actually need a lift home, mate. That bike's fucked.
Yeah, no bother.
Might need to left home, mate.
Oh, good luck. I'm at the coming on with getting a smoke of a whip. A motor. Bowed off a blade bike. I'm here. What's your name, my man?
Look, he's all...
Nick, bro. Nick. Nick's had to smack me in the car with his car. He had the bike in the back. Wasn't here to him, Nick.
Nick's all...
I'm still here, thank God. That's all that matters.
That'd be so tragic.
What's your name, my man?
Dude, bikes on the road, dicey. I don't mess with it. I'm only on trails. I changed my road bike to a gravel bike so I can go on the dirt trails now. It's just too dangerous. I love it. Nothing better. I love being on road bikes, but it's just so dangerous, man.
Yeah.
Remember Sean Bradley, that 7-footer? What bike he was on, I have no clue. He's paralyzed now. Riding his bike in Salt Lake City, Utah. Got hit. People get hit all the time. 7-footer on road bike. How you miss him? No clue.
But distracted drivers all the time, so it's not worth it.
Texting, man.
Yeah.
Number one problem for drivers. Let's take a little break, fam. Got to keep these house lights on and here at Thick Boys Studios, Springfield, Missouri. I will see you this Friday and Saturday, baby. I'll be checking out all your aquariums, the big bass pro shop, whatever. Everyone tells me to go there. Probably going to live in there, probably going to hide out and sleep there. That will be my hotel. But that is Springfield, Missouri, this freaking Friday, Saturday. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday at the Blue Room Comedy Club in Springfield, Missouri. Get your tickets now at thickboy.com or fatkz.com. This episode of the Schaub Show is brought to you by the best freaking energy for your brain of all time. I'm talking about my Limitless pill. I'm talking about that Kratom. I'm talking about Happy Hippo. That's happyhippo.com. Go there. If you've always wanted to try Kratom, you always want to see if it was for you, they offer in a variety of forms. You have pill, chewables, gummies, powder. I use the concentrated shots. I just took one. We threw it away. I use the cherry shots or the pink lemonade. They just have butterscotch that just dropped as well. I take one of those for any show that I do, stand-up, podcast, whatever it is. Your boy's on Kratom. I swear by it, but you can't just use any Kratom. You got to be able to trust what's actually in the bottle or the pills, and that's where Happy Hippo comes into play. Go to happyhippo.com. Promo code is THICC23, thick with 3 C's, THICCC 23. You get 20% off the entire site for life. Share it with anybody you want, your friends, your family, your grandma, your grandpa, your UPS guy. I don't care. You guys get 20% off all things at happyhippo.com. Promo code THICC23. Now let's get back to the program. Psych! You guys thought we were getting right back. Nope. We got one last one for you. Have you always wanted to try the best nootropic on the planet? We're talking about that Alpha Brain. They have Alpha Brain Black. That's a super concentrated Alpha Brain. If Alpha Brain just wasn't cutting for you, you wanted to step your game up, check out Alpha Brain Black label. That's right. It's the Doers Alpha Brain, the number one nootropic on the planet, over 1 million bottles sold. All right. You can pick it up right now at Walmart, but you can help your boy out. Go to onnit.com/Schaub and you save 10% off the entire site of Onnit. Maybe you started late on your New Year's resolution, whatever it is. Let Onnit help you out. We have supplements, protein powders, fish oil, creatine, warrior bars, protein bites, nut butters for your mouth. We got it all. We got training gear, streaming fitness. You have no reason not to get your thick ass in shape, but let Onnit help you with the best products, the best supplements on planet Earth. And if you want to fire up that brain of yours, get you some. You want to be Stephen Hawkins in your next meeting? Go ahead, get you some, the best nootropic on the planet. Talking about Alpha Brain. I like the Alpha Brain Black, all right? Go to onnit.com/Schaub. You save 10% off the entire site off every product I just told you about. Streaming fitness, kettlebells, steel club maces, battle ropes, dope Onnit, workout tees, shorts, joggers. They got it all. Anything you need. Also Alpha Brain. We got it all. Onnit.com/Schaub, 10% off the entire site. You're welcome. For reals. Springfield, Missouri. See you this Friday and Saturday. But let's get back to the program.
All right, this is probably one of the bigger news over the weekend was Dana White's announcement of UFC 287. And then I'll show you the card right here.
What I tell you when John Anik was on, I said the UFC, it's been such a dark hole, man, that I guarantee you start seeing big fights rolling out. Because that'd take the distraction away from all this dark shit we're seeing, on TMZ, all this stuff. If they want to get past that and get fans more excited, I guarantee the UFC start getting big name fights. And what happened? 2 days after that, the food truck came with John Anik. You get John Jones fight, Cyril Gane. Now you get Alex Pereira, Izzy, Gilbert Burns, Jorge Masvidal. You get all these big boy fights just rolling out. So you got Alex Pereira. And where's this? Did it say where it's going to take place?
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
It doesn't say yet.
To be announced.
So I heard it's supposed to take place in Brooklyn.
With the New York Commission? That's kind of...
Alex Pereira, Izzy. Izzy's slightly favoring that, which he should be. Izzy's promo was savage, too.
Yeah.
Savage.
Better
Gilbert
than
Burns, Jorge Masvidal is a fun one. Mm-hmm. I'm just curious at welterweight, what's this mean for Bilal Muhammad? What's this mean for Hamzat? Does that mean Hamzat Muhammad? Anyone mad at that?
Hamzat's supposed to be stuck at middleweight now, though? I don't know.
Yeah, but that's what... I don't think UFC trusts him make 170, but...
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. So I figured if Hamzat goes up to middleweight, they would give him Pereira for a title shot. But Izzy's like, no, I'm down to do it. So he's going to jump up there, go to the middleweight rankings. Who would he get at middleweight? Who didn't give him at middleweight? Robert Whittaker? He don't have a dance partner, right? Mm-hmm. Because wasn't he supposed to fight Paulo Costa? And Costa's having some issues, right?
Financial stuff.
Yeah.
Contract.
He's contract called out. But then they put somebody else in there for Robert Whittaker versus Huna on that card next weekend.
Next weekend?
Yeah. I'm doing a campaign for it. Because you have Alex Volkanovski and Makhachev. Mm-hmm. And then remember, it's supposed to be Whittaker and Paulo Costa. Costa was like, this is fake news. I haven't agreed to a contract. He's trying to get out of his contract. Who did they pair him up with?
This one here, 284?
Yeah. Yep. This next Saturday. You have Yair Rodriguez, Josh Emmett.
Uh-huh. No.
Boy, Tyson Page was fighting. Type in Robert Whittaker.
Next opponent?
Yeah, I thought they...
I don't know. I heard that he was supposed to fight Alex Pereira, but now that this matchup came, the rematch, he's not doing it. So I'm not sure.
So there's nothing. That's a bummer. I'd love to see Robert Whittaker, Alex Pereira fight.
Yeah, see, it was supposed to be Alex, I think.
But Izzy took the fight,
Yeah.
so interesting. Yeah, Alex Pereira is a much better matchup for Robert Whittaker than Izzy. Oh, you could do Hamzat Whittaker? Robert Whittaker, Hamzat? Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah, that'd be insane. Super talented Whittaker.
nutso
Crazy Hamzat.
fight. I mean, probably the toughest matchup for Hamzat. Guy with that quick, striking, and can wrestle. Explosive. Yeah, UFC has to figure out what they want to do with Hamzat. They can't give him a fight at welterweight.
Yeah.
And if we stay at welterweight, you'd have to go Muhammad.
That'd be a great fight, too. And Muhammad did call him out.
Although, because Gilbert Burns called out Colby Covington, right, after he won, but obviously Colby's not fighting that. Masvidal has a fight, so you can still do Colby versus Hamzat
That'd be a dope-ass fight, too.
or Muhammad Colby.
All great.
If Hamzat jumps to middleweight, you can do Muhammad Colby, and then you can do Hamzat Robert Whittaker.
Great fights.
Depending on what the UFC wants to do, you do Hamzat versus Cannonier.
Yeah, I'd rather watch that.
Tough fight for Cannonier.
Yeah,
Tough fight for
I don't know why Cannonier is just like... It's,
But if Hamzat and Cannonier is a big boy too, so if Hamzat jumps in there, already he's number 3 middleweight in the world, and then you can jump him to Robert Whittaker. Oof, Robert Whittaker, Hamzat's the fight though. I bet we get an announcement of Hamzat in the next month.
Yeah, hopefully. He's super exciting. Your boy, Luke Rockhold, I guess he asked for his release from the UFC, and they did release him. So he said, remember he was kind of teasing a comeback?
Yeah.
Even though he's sort of retired?
Yeah.
So, yeah, in this article, it says, this is MMA Mania. UFC released him, and they released him so he can take care of Jake Paul. That's what Luke is saying.
Yeah, I'm not buying that. I
Yeah,
love
I know.
Luke. You guys know this is my boy. He's been on fight campaigns, all that stuff, food truck, and love Luke. But I highly doubt the UFC was like, we're going to let you go to hunt down Jake Paul. And then with someone like, but you're way bigger, it's like, shut up. It doesn't make sense. He's so much bigger than Jake.
He's a big dude,
Logan,
man.
yeah, that doesn't make sense. And I can't imagine Jake or Logan taking this fight, especially Jake. Jake doesn't make sense. Nor would Jake make that fight happen. You see, Jake has Mike Perry as the backup in case Tommy Fury pulls out, which I dig. God, the shit talk between Jake and Tommy is interesting.
Yeah.
Tommy like drew a dick on Jake's chin. Well, what is this, 5th grade?
And by the way, that fight with Tommy Fury is now confirmed, finalized in Saudi Arabia in February.
Yep.
February 26th.
February 26th. I wonder if I'm on the road for that. We could do a fight campaign for that too. Because we have one in
23rd, so maybe not.
Oh, I can do it. Because the 23rd is Bakersfield. One night, one show only, Bakersfield. Almost sold out. But the 26th, I'm around.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That could be good because the fight campaign next Saturday for that UFC Australia cards on Rogan's platform. So that'll check the box for us for that month of February. And we have one March 4th too for the John Jones fight. We could do it. See who's in town. Interesting. That's dope though.
And I don't know if we can show this, but either way, we don't have to show this. This is basically when Tommy Fury and Jake Paul did their their what do you call it, face off. And then apparently Tommy Fury slapped Jake Paul, but I didn't see any angles
Play it from
happening. Oops.
This is in the UK. Why is Jake's hair like that?
I think it looks dope.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Damn. I thought Tommy Fury was big. I thought Tommy Fury was
Their
a lot
head
bigger.
sizes are so different, huh? So apparently he slapped him right there.
He kind of pushed him.
Yeah.
You better hope Fury's dad didn't get involved. Boy, I think Tommy Fury's so fucked. For some reason, I thought he was bigger than Jake too.
Really?
I thought that would be his saving grace. He's fucked.
Yeah.
I bet you Jake knocks him out under 4.
You want to hear him here?
Sure, handsome bastard. Distractingly good looking.
He's definitely good looking, yeah.
Oh my god.
He has no chin. It's all a joke. I'm ending you February 26th, and you already know it. You're gonna crack under pressure. You're not built for this moment. You're not built for this moment. You're an imposter. It's all a bravado. It's all fake confidence. You can't even knock out a taxi driver. You can't even knock out a taxi driver.
All right. Let's keep it calm.
MMA guy, first boxing fight. I was beating better people than you when I was 14 in the amateurs.
That's not true.
I will screw you.
Look at your
I am
pro
an MMA
boxing
guy.
record. A lot of pressure on Tommy Fury, man.
Who in this fight has...
And then Jake did give he goes, I love you, Tyson Fury, but I gotta do this to your brother. Yeah. Tyson Fury is just having a ball there.
Tyson's the best.
And yeah, so we mentioned earlier, but thank goodness Mike Perry's a backup because that's also such a fun fight too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think Mike Perry gives him a tougher challenge. I'm just not sold on Tommy.
Yeah, neither am I.
I'm not. I'm not on Dave Portnoy's vibe with Rogan where he's like, he's not a real boxer. Like, he's a boxer.
Still a boxer.
But, the only reason we're talking about him is because he's Tyson Fury's brother, and his record when he was like, I was beating guys up better than you at 14. It's like, bro, your professional record is the worst I've ever seen as far as strength of schedule, dude. It's the worst. Remember that one guy's like 3-200 or whatever?
Yeah.
Classic. I mean, he got big, obviously, because his brother, who's the best boxer to ever do it in the heavyweight division, then also from Love Island. He was my favorite character on there, dude. Him and his girl, Molly May, still together.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Good for Mike Perry, though.
Yeah. So either way, I'm
At least, but don't have Mike Perry just a backup fighter. Like, at least give him a fight so you can train for it and then, have a fight.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
That's what they should do is have him schedule a fight and then that guy just, hey, if something happens, you're not fighting. Mike Perry is.
Yeah, that'd be cool. No idea who that'd be.
At least he's open to fighting Mike Perry. But Mike Perry's a tougher fight than Tommy Fury. For all you real boxing.
Dude, he did work on Michael Venom Page, which is crazy.
He beat him.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
He's just a dog.
Yeah. This is a real quick one. So Floyd Mayweather Jr. is going to do an exhibition fight with Aaron Chalmers, who is like a big star, a reality star in the UK.
I don't get it.
Geordie Shore.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's just, collecting money.
But this guy's actually a legit fighter, though. He fought in Bellator, I think. Yeah, he did. Maybe he's still with Bellator.
He's 5-2. Yeah, I mean, good for this kid, Aaron Chalmers, for getting this. Good for him, man. No hate on him. It used to be something special, right? Like, oh, you're fighting Floyd Mayweather, like when Logan Paul did it, or really when Conor did it, like, holy shit. Now it's like, how many people are going to say they got to fight the great Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah.
Now it's like, it's slowly being...
It's not as exciting anymore.
No. He fought like a sparring partner the other day, y'all. Again,
still making
with
money.
Floyd, like, how bored are you, or is it a money thing? I'm so curious, why he does it. I don't know if he talks about it, if he's just like, it's easy money, man. It's like sparring for me.
It's got
Gives me something to do. Mm-hmm. I get that in that regard. I get it, and he's giving this guy a chance. So good for him.
Here's a couple of fight announcements, which are pretty cool. Song Yadong, that killer, he's going to be fighting Ricky Simone in April.
Great fight.
22nd.
Hell yeah, phenomenal fight.
Mm-hmm. And then we have Edson Barboza, his streak has been pretty crazy right now. But Edson Barboza fighting that up and comer Billy Quarantillo. So
Billy Quarantillo is a savage.
yeah, this is Edson's record right now, which is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's lost 5 out of 7.
Yeah, and this is Billy's right there.
Billy's
He is 17-4.
he's
But he's
2
doing
and 2. Last 4. Billy should beat him. We're rooting for Billy here.
Yeah. And also we're rooting for Edson. Remember him and his son?
So nice.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, this is a quick one from Frank. This is their fight league. You guys talked about it before, right? The one that they're doing with like Rampage and I think Tito and everything else. So they're gonna give. I'll play for you actually.
He's doing something that no one else has done before. We're giving a piece of the game. We're providing stocks, and on top of that, you're gonna have health insurance, life insurance. Make sure you guys join and take advantage.
So that's what they're doing for their fighters. A piece of the pie, health insurance and life insurance.
Insane.
And stocks.
You just hopefully, in a grand scale, that they're in business for a while. You know.
Yeah,
There's a reason
it's so
why
tough to do this
the
thing,
UFC
yeah.
and these, you know, you think about like what Affliction did with these crazy paydays and Pride and stuff like it. You know, I'm curious about the business model. I hope it works out.
Yeah.
Anything Frank's involved in, you know, I love Frank.
And it's cool that they're actually trying to offer this at least. That's cool.
You got to see if it's sustainable because let's say if they're out of business in 2 years,
That sucks, yeah.
then every other promoter's like, why would we offer stuff that they did? It clearly doesn't work. So their fight is going to be not doing what Bellator did back in the day where it's like, you know, Hoist Gracie versus Ken Shamrock 7 or whatever the fuck, you know. So it's like, yeah, Frank can pull people, Tito can pull people, Chael can pull people, Rampage can pull people. But in order to be a sustainable fight league, you have to base it off your youth and the prospects. So you got to invest in those prospects. Now they do have Frank Mir's daughter, who's the biggest female prospect in, I don't know.
Yes.
She's our LeBron James of female fighting. She's a savage. So if she's the face of the company, you know, like you think Kyla Harrison's dominant, this little girl's a savage, dude.
Yeah, so what's up?
I thought she just signed it.
She did, yeah.
But with the UFC.
Yep. So she's going to be an ambassador. And I didn't know what the hell NIL meant, but then I had to look it up. But so she's like the first ever NIL for the UFC, which means name, image, and likeness to represent the UFC.
Brilliant for the UFC because she's not ready for the UFC. She shouldn't be in the UFC. She's young. She's at University of Iowa wrestling. She's a freshman there. She's savage. And then she's going to probably fight in her dad's league, which she'll get experience there. But while she's doing it, the UFC owns all her likeness and imaging, which is tough if you're, what's the fight league called Frank Mir's involved in?
United Fight League, I think.
UFL. If you're UFL and the UFC owns all her name and likeness and she's your biggest star, what limitations are there? So if the UFC is promoting her, which is going to promote the UFL, but if they own all her rights and likeness and you're just getting her fights, like you're a feeder league, but then really the UFC is gaining all the benefit from it.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but yeah.
But good for her.
Yeah, she's such a young
Good for
chick.
UFL. I'm telling you guys.
Killer, yeah.
Killer. Savage.
Yeah.
Her whole family, brothers, savages in football, like she's a problem. She's cornered her dad in huge fights. Like she's been around the game, has, you know, Frank Mir's skill set, but with her mom's tenacity, you got problems. Yeah, she's, you know, the closest thing we have as far as females go to the, you know, when you saw LeBron out of high school or Carmelo Anthony out of high school, she's in that stage. Now she's in college, a freshman at University of Iowa wrestling. Ever heard of it? You know, she's at a powerhouse college wrestling. It's exciting, man.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to the UFL. And Frank's a smart guy too, so.
Yeah.
And Harrison, who's the mastermind behind all of it too. So we'll see.
Smart guy too, yeah.
But you got to they got to do a not even a balance. If it's a scale, it should be like this. You can't have your old like Frank Mir. Don't get me wrong, I love these guys. And we have Rampage coming up on Food Truck, so I'll talk to him about it. We can't have Frank, Rampage, Chael, Hoist, like that old model. You can't bank it off that. You need to get the public excited about, you know, Frank Mir's daughter and these other young prospects. I don't know who else they have, but the majority of business has to be that, not this with these old heads. There's no longevity there. There's none. And when it comes to the fighter I'd love to talk to them about this. When it comes to fighter compensation as far as insurance and life insurance, so if, let's say, Royce Gracie or, say, Coleman sign up, took one fight, they get health care for the rest of their life. You know, if Bigfoot Silva takes one fight, you guys covering his bills for the rest of his life, even though the majority of his career was in the UFC and elsewhere. If Nogueira signs up, Big Nog, you taking care of him, even though all his damage and injuries came from prior organizations, you're covering all that? Like, what's the limitations on all that? Hope it's like, yeah, they sign with us, we take care of everything. That'd be great for the fighters. Great.
Yeah, let's hope it works. Knock on wood. This is Jose Aldo. We announced, I think, last week that he's going to be boxing. And
yeah, because they did the announcement of the UFC in Brazil, right? And then they were like, then there was a commercial for his boxing.
Oh, I didn't even see the commercial. Totally forgot that.
Yeah, they did a commercial for his like big announcement, retired, but also fighting February 10th.
That's pretty cool that they did that then.
Yeah, crazy.
And
is it crazy Jose Aldo got in the Hall of Fame before Anderson Silva? Isn't that weird?
That is a little weird. I mean, he's gonna. I don't know. We'll see. But whatchamacallit? So they finally announced his opponent, and it's someone named Emmanuel Zambrano. And apparently his opponent is not that great. 33-year-old opponent, 0-2. And it's not competed in over 2 years.
Okay.
But that's kind of how you're supposed to do it, though, right?
Boxing, that's how you're supposed to do it. Yeah. That's how you do it when you're a young prospect, right? You feel it out. But, I mean, he's obviously a prospect, not young. Big name.
Yep. Alrighty. Let's jump to... All right, this one's another quick one. I never even heard of this guy, but his name is Joseph Holmes. And he has a nickname like Ugly something. Let me look here.
So what was he saying happened last night? We were here at the XKO fighting.
This is Kevin Holland talking here.
Okay.
And then he apparently, his name is Ugly Man Joe, the guy that's accusing Kevin Holland and his boys of jumping him.
Okay, so at this regional fight promotion, enjoying ourselves, and we're on our way out. Holland explained in a since-deleted Instagram video, of course, I see Ugly Man Joe. Not going to deny that. He's walking up the stairs. I was walking down the stairs. He didn't want to walk on the other side of the stairs where the guy he was beefing with. He didn't want to walk on the other side of the stairs where the guy he was beefing was. So he walked on my side of the stairs like I was going to move. I was like, bro, chill out. As soon as I put my hand up to say chill, he grabbed me. As soon as he grabbed me, we kind of almost went flying down the stairs. Quick reactions. Neither one of us fell over. By the time I got to fix my coat, I didn't know what happened. I don't remember any of the stuff he talks about. All I remember is him getting into a fight with and me breaking it up. Sounds good. That's the part of the story that sticks. All the other stuff is drama that you have, and that's between you and another man. Don't use my name for clout. Don't put me in your BS.
Yeah, so that guy's claiming that Kevin Holland and his boys jumped him. And apparently the beef comes from Kevin Holland knowing the guy. The guy dated Kevin Holland's uncle's ex-girlfriend or something like that. It's like super street kind of stuff, you know? But I don't know if that's really true.
Holland wasn't done yet, offering Holmes $20,000 to spar because UFC likely won't match them up. You're right about that. You went to fight me. We got gyms. You said to tell the UFC to send a contract. I doubt the UFC will send you a contract. If you want to spar, you can spar me at my gym. My little brother hit you up online. He's a minor. You shared him on your page, call him a clown. So, of course, I'm going to tag you and stuff like that. Saying if you want to come to my gym and spar for 20 grand, I'll give you a chance to spar 20 grand here. I'm offering you 20 grand to spar with me. Said spar 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Go spar him, dude. 20 grand. Is it 20 grand win, lose, or draw?
It's, I mean, from
just
what it
20,
sounds
come on
like,
down.
it sounds like he's just paying him just to spar him, but maybe just whoever wins, yeah. I don't know. It's just like whatever.
Yeah. Real Housewives of the UFC.
And here's a couple of tattoos, back tattoos. This is Charles Oliveira. He has a brand new back tattoo of a lion.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah, it's a huge one.
Really dope tattoo.
And then your boy, Cheeto Vera.
Cheeto got another one from Cartoon?
From Cartoon. Well, it's the same one, but finally it's finished. The back tattoo.
Damn, that is filthy.
And then, you know, like Cartoon, I think he charges fucking
so much
crazy.
money.
Like
Yeah.
50 grand for
And he's like
Eminem's
booked
tattoo.
like 6 years out.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think they're homies too.
Yeah, when
so,
you're Cheeto, you ain't get in with him.
Yep. So who knows
Cartoon
how much
does
he paid for
most
it.
of Travis Barker's stuff. Too. I mean, Cartoon does all the big boys.
Yep. Alrighty. And then
That guy looks like Cheeto in 30 years. Right? Very similar.
If Cheeto's head gets bigger. Yeah.
Well, when you get older, your head gets fatter.
Yeah. Back to the fights. So Ngannou revealed that he could be fighting Tyson Fury. So it's, you mentioned before, it's most likely going to be Tyson Fury.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Listen, I love that he's banking himself and like UFC did this, did that. He's not walking away from that big boy UFC money. They did offer him big money, regardless, in relations to the pay that Fury or Anthony Joshua or Wilder get. Yeah, it's not that. But for the UFC, they offer him big boy money in the heavyweight division to fight. He walked away from that, not being like, I'm just going to, test the waters in free agency with PFL or Rise and one championship. No. He knows he's getting this Fury fight. You're not walking away from that type of money unless you're getting fuck you money. He knows for a fact he's getting the Fury fight. They have a verbal agreement.
Mm-hmm. And also he does. Remember, he was asking for other things that didn't involve money, and the UFC just wouldn't comply.
That's it. Listen, Dana did his best to make the UFC or make Francis look bad. Francis did the best to make the UFC look bad. End of the day, it's just Francis had a bigger fish out there, and that's Tyson Fury.
Yeah,
the gypsy fighting fish is Tyson Fury. Yeah. But Tyson Fury does have to fight Usyk in April. That's by far his toughest matchup for fucking ever.
Yeah. And so he would want Fury in June or July, which is kind of soon after April, but
yeah. Especially you just got to hope that because that's not an easy fight for Fury. That's gonna be a dog fight. Usyk is a fucking savage. Mm-hmm. So even if Fury to win that fight, which I'm betting on Fury, right? Bet on Fury. Fury's my favorite athlete in combat sports. I'm bet on Fury. Tough fight for him stylistically. Usyk just a fucking bona fide winner. Even if Fury to win that fight, he's gonna be beat up, dude. Like that's not a fight you're gonna go into and just get out, scot free. So I'd be surprised if they do it, right away. But I bet you get Fury Francis this year.
Yeah, that'd be pretty damn dope.
I hope. Listen, Francis isn't gonna beat him, but I hope it happens for Francis because then he made the right choice. If this doesn't come to fruition, he made the worst choice.
A lot of money though.
Hopefully.
All right, here's a little quick update on Dana White's Power Slap. I guess the first time it came out, the numbers were really terrible. Mm-hmm. The second week, it actually did more, but it was coming off of the AEW wrestling thing. And it says in this article that I guess they had 1 million something people watching the AEW, and like over half of them dropped off to watch this Power Slap stuff.
That would be a crossover there. Yeah, it's a tough sell, man. I enjoy a shit show. I feel bad for those guys how much they're paying. And then Dana went at some kid on Instagram.
I have it here. Or Twitter.
So this guy put road to the title where you get 2K and 2K and maybe 10K and 10K if you win it all. And Dana responds, this guy goes, that's how MMA started too. Boxing undercards make this kind of money still. Educate yourself before you open your Yap. No. I think Powerful Juice Box is educated. The problem is the road title we get 2K and 2K. And Dana goes, yeah, that's how MMA started too. Yeah, bitch. In 1993, 2K and 2K, these slap fight dumbasses can make more at Starbucks. That's how MMA started too. Yeah, no, we know. You fucked over guys for a long, long time. You're just regurgitating your same business model, but you can't get away with it in MMA anymore. So you're using these poor idiots in the slap fight league, and they're buying it and eating it up. Whatever. We've gone over this bullshit slap fight league so many times. My issue with it all is jiu-jitsu is an actual sport. You know how many new eyeballs you could bring to attention to a Gordon Ryan or these monsters in jiu-jitsu who are legit athletes, man, savages. And there's real money in that sport. 2K and 2K, are you kidding me? Gordon Ryan laughs at that. Imagine if Dana put all his efforts and his promotional powerhouse machine behind a Gordon Ryan or jiu-jitsu. A real sport that's going to grow UFC. Imagine if he did that. Like, why waste all your resources on this slap fight? Because you end up guarantee it fucking you in the future, dude. Guarantee it. Guarantee this does not end well for Dana. Guarantee it.
At least the slap fight part, for sure.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
just slap fight. That's not going to end well.
No.
The lawsuits are going to come, the CT down the road. Now, I don't know if it's going to be this year. I don't know if it's going to be next year. Could be 10 years. Somebody's having an issue. There's no positive to this thing in any facet. From the pay, the compensation, the notoriety, there's nothing. The attention it's bringing Dana after the altercation with his wife, none of it makes sense. For the life of me, I've made some dumbass choices. There's none dumber in the history of business than Dana in the slap fight league. Dumbest choice I've ever seen a smart person make. Hands down.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me, Logan Paul mentioned something. Because Logan Paul had a slap. Yeah, he had a slap thing as well, but here we go.
Dude, he was kicking ass in that.
He was amazing, dude.
Isn't he crazy?
Yeah. So it says major announcement tomorrow, and then he tags Dana White.
Yeah, here's your announcement. Prime's going to be the official drink of UFC or slap fight league.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is. He's a contract with WWE. He's not fighting the UFC. Nor should he. Like, I love Logan. That's a bad idea. The announcement is Prime's the official drink of the UFC. Some bullshit like that.
So in his post,
Prime's a hydration drink because they have Monster right now, but that's an energy drink. Prime's not an energy drink. And we tried Prime on Golden Hour. They sent it to us. It's Kool-Aid. It's low sugar Kool-Aid. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't have my kids drink it. Like, fuck Kool-Aid. Drink this Prime stuff. And apparently in the UK, it's like flying off the shelves. People sell it for like $400 a freaking case. Like, it's impossible to get. In America, not so much. But this announcement, he's teasing that it's going to be this big fight thing.
The UFC,
eyeballs. Yeah. It's just going to be his Prime drink is involved in some capacity in the UFC or slap fight league.
That makes more sense, yeah.
Yeah. Dana's smart, stays relevant.
By the way, the packaging of those Prime bottles, they're cool. The colors, I like them.
The flavor's insane. I mean, it quenched the shit out of my thirst.
It's almost too sugary tasting for me.
Oh,
that's not real sugar, right?
For a guy who grew up addicted to sugar because of my teeth, I can't have sugar. That's the best thing that's touched these lips in a hot second. And it was cold. I had that whatever cherry, whatever. That shit. It's Kool-Aid, dude.
Yeah.
It's coconut water. It's flavored coconut water with less sugar. My kids are going to be all over it.
Yeah, it's doing pretty damn well. This is a little older, but this came out after we did our show last week. So this is Jamal Hill responding to Yuri Prochazka's call out.
Jamal Hill's is funnier.
It's, yeah, for sure. I'll refresh.
The disrespect Jamal Hill's getting, man.
Congratulations. I'm coming.
I feel like he didn't know what to say.
I'm coming!
I feel like he didn't know. He was just like, I need to do something. He's like,
Well, where you at?
You can tell he was thinking. He's all, congratulations.
Where you at, though? And by the way, that's what she said. That's what she said!
His is funny.
That was pretty damn dope, yeah.
That's a good fight.
Oh, yeah. If it happens.
It'll happen.
Who knows? I mean, because
it'll happen.
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
Yuri's a savage. He's young enough, too.
So Michael Venom-Page has been posting about a lot of his old karate footage.
Didn't we show this last week?
This is a different one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so this is him doing a spinning kick.
What poor souls were signing up in this karate cup? Oh, wacka!
Yeah. And just like Adrian Yanez, Michael Venom-Page says, if you want to learn how to do it, he has his own OnlyFans now, too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, people are jumping on the OnlyFans stuff.
I guess so. And not doing risque stuff. Yeah.
And this is a update on Sage Northcutt. You know, he's fighting
boy.
Yeah, he's fighting one. I think the one's first ever in the United States.
Do you ever think he lays in bed like, God, I should just got my engineering degree at Texas A&M?
I know he was on a great path, but I mean, still, we like.
Oh, we love him. He's such a nice kid.
If his passion
He's
really
the
is
Tim
karate.
Tebow of MMA.
His passion is martial arts. So
yeah.
All right, so here's a little bit of him sparring a bag or hitting a bag. Oh, not a bag.
Yeah, he's going hard in the paint on this fucking thing. God damn.
Yeah, super fast.
Was he all Jesus is saves or whatever? But his whole thing isn't a talent issue. It's a experience issue. Of
course.
He got pushed way too fast. If he's coming up right now, they would treat him different. Unfortunately, he was like one of the last ones where UFC's like, just throw him in the deep end and see how it goes. Now the UFC doesn't do that. They ruined Darren Till. They ruined him. They've ruined a lot of good fighters that way. Now they're learning. Somebody's in the UFC office going, no. We got to take care of these young prospects. We got to do it like boxing does. We don't throw them to the fucking Wolverines too early. And unfortunately, he had this issue when even at the UFC They had this issue when he got to one championship
yeah.
against Cosmo Alexander. So no one's really looking out for this kid. It's a shame. Talented fucking bastard. Talented, man. Dime piece, looks good, speaks well.
Sweetheart too, right?
Nice
one of the
guy.
nicest guys
Just,
ever.
you know.
All right, let's play a couple more. Have you seen this video?
No, what is it? It looks insane.
It looks like it's from Russia, and it's this dude that, I don't know, he's just super tiny. The other guy's really, really tall.
He has the worst, I don't know if you call it a mullet. It's like, if you're just listening to this, it's like Lloyd Christmas grew out a mullet. Think of Lloyd Christmas top, but Theo's back. It's like dumb on the front, party in the back.
Lloyd Christmas?
Yeah.
I see. That's it. I totally forgot his name was Lloyd Christmas. Yeah. Definitely.
The front's very Lloyd, the back's very Theo. And the sides are very Peanut Butter Falcon. Like, it's just like, he cut it himself with a razor blade. And it's like high and bald. It's
everything about
you know what
him
it
is a trip.
It's a disaster.
Yeah.
It's a Russian disaster. He's lucky they don't shoot him on the streets of Russia. They don't play that shit out there, man. You get that weird funky haircut, they don't play that shit. You go missing. Now, this weirdo that he's fighting, just from the video, this guy's weird.
Yeah, they're both.
What's going on here? Hit play for me.
I wish I knew, but I'll play for you. I don't know if there's. Okay, no music, but I'll show them fighting right now. But the guy's so much smaller and just destroys this guy.
Well, he has some wrestling. The tall, like meth Lloyd Christmas Russian, this guy has meth written all over him.
Yeah.
He's so bad. He's a chest tattoo.
Yeah, he's getting destroyed by the little guy.
He's so bad at fighting. He choked him out with the bulldog choke.
And his posture is so crazy.
Yeah, the whole thing is just fantastic.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we can. Oh, there's a cool up kick knockout here.
Oh, out cold too.
Yeah.
It's always kind of the Hail Mary in MMA. I call it the Hail Mary. Like the chance of that, like you're never game planning for that.
And here's the last one. This is just a tease from Bigfoot Silva. Hopefully it's not real. But then he posts on Instagram, there's no human being on earth alive who could survive my slap.
Agree. Rogan sent it to me. I said, who in their fucking right mind is going to take us? You better, here's the thing. Like his chin is dicey, right? So if one of those big heavyweights slaps him first, yeah, you're probably going to win. I don't know how they decide who gets to slap first. If whoever in the fuck decides to let Bigfoot Silva slap them with them giant banana hands isn't going to survive. So as long as he can slap first, he'll be your world champion multiple times over. But as soon as they can slap him back, he's fucked. What else you got, Chin?
That's pretty much it for the current events.
All right, kids.
We already talked about the fights pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But,
you got Fedor on Fedor. You got Bader.
I do the same thing.
Fedor. I think Bader's our second food truck guest ever. Second or third, but he's an early champion. So you have Ryan Bader, Fedor, for the heavyweight world title going down on CBS Paramount Plus this Saturday. You have Johnny Eblen, who's the middleweight champion of Bellator, top 5 in any organization. Neiman Gracie, Lorenz Larkin, solid card. Brendan Ward, Savage, solid freaking card. Then you also got UFC Fight Night. It was originally supposed to be Korean Zombies, so we have a bunch of Koreans on there. Chin's celebrating
Hyped.
already.
Yep.
Hopefully Derek Lewis gets done. There was a picture of Derek Lewis looking in shape, but who knows? Could have been the camera angle, but he needs one. It's a fork in the road. So enjoy the fights this Saturday. I'll be watching the Green Room. I get to Springfield, Missouri on Friday morning. So Friday, 2 shows Friday night, 2 shows Saturday night. It's the Blue Room Comedy Club in Springfield, Missouri. Never been out there. I've been to Missouri. I've been to Lake of the Ozarks. Never been to Springfield, so I'm looking forward to it. Love new clubs, love new cities, stuff like that. So Springfield, I'll probably be at your Bass Pro Giant store, checking out the fish out there. So holler at your boy if you see me. But Springfield is this Friday and Saturday only, February 3rd and 4th. Naples is February 16th through the 18th. Naples, Florida at the Off the Hook Comedy Club. Then Bakersfield, California is one night, one show only, February 23rd. That's almost sold out, so get your tickets right now. Brea, March 3rd. There's no Saturday now because I have a fight campaign, so it's just March 3rd. So 2 shows in Brea, California. That's a Friday, March 3rd. Me and special guest. That's Brea, March 3rd. Get your tickets now. FATKZ.com or thickboy.com. In the Oklahoma City, March 9th through 11th. They just had that. Oklahoma City, Bricktown Comedy Club, one of my favorite clubs. Oklahoma City, March 9th through the 11th. But Springfield, Missouri, you're up this Friday and Saturday. Looking forward to it. Check me out on The Companion next Saturday for the big UFC Australia with Joe Rogan and friends. We have dope food trucks dropping as well. This Wednesday, that's right. This Wednesday, we have food truck coming in hot. Curtis Blades, our boy Curtis Blades. He's training with my team in Aurora, Colorado. Cody Donovan, shout out to High Altitude Training. And Curtis Blades food truck drops this freaking Wednesday, baby. So that's a fun one. All right, kids, Springfield. I'll see you this Friday and Saturday. Be nice to each other. Stay safe in the rain and everything else. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe. Love you guys. See you next week.
If you're into Thick Boys, like, subscribe, comment, and God bless America. Well, that's not my big one. Just kidding.